Right, hello there. Ricky Tang here. So since I'm going out on hopefully a reasonably long ride tonight, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, one of the things I want to talk about is what I don't like about this bike. So all throughout the buying process, and the first couple of thousand miles, which I've done quite a few miles now, well, not that many, about 2,300 I think, I've mostly been saying all good things about this bike, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So yeah, I got 5 things, kind of 4.5 things, but basically 5 things that I dislike about the bike. I was trying to work out in what order the things I don't like about this bike should come in. What's going to be the least annoying thing about the bike in the list of things I don't like? I think number 5 will be the sometimes agricultural gearbox. A lot of the time I've got no complaints about this gearbox. The gear change is smooth with the clutch and without the clutch, but sometimes, and I haven't worked it out yet, sometimes I just get a big clunk through the gearbox when I change gears. Doesn't send a shudder through the whole bike like putting a big Honda into first gear. But yeah, it's not great some of the time, and it's frustrating. I can't quite work out when those times are or predict it. There was a big clunk between first and second, but sometimes that just doesn't happen, and I gave that full clutch, a good old pull on the clutch, and it's still got a clunk through. Right, next, number 4 on the list of things that wind me up about the bike is the rear ABS. The rear brake, generally speaking, is fine. It's a good brake, it's decent. I've got no complaints about the brake when I use it by itself. The rear ABS, if you're using the back brake and using the front brake at the same time, and the front end's just dipping a bit, for some reason the ABS, the rear ABS, just thinks the rear wheel's in the air and just starts kicking off, which is very frustrating, because I tend to use a bit of both brakes when I'm braking. It's just something I've grown up with. So I've now tended not to use a back brake when I'm slowing down. Some people will say, well, you shouldn't anyway, but yeah, just going against my natural instinct. Number 3 is it's a two-parter regarding the headlight. So number 3, I think, is the fact that the main beam and the dip beam are both halogens, and they're not very effective. It needs an altogether different headlight. Not new bulbs, not LED bulbs. It needs a better headlight design. I find that the high beam is too low. The low beam is also on the low side. Yeah, so I find the actual beam spread is not strong and it's not long. It looks like something that would be more at home on the BMW G310, I think. Now, vying for number 2 and number 1 spots, well, one of them is the other half of the headlight issue that I've got, and yeah, the other one's something else. So I think that it's a headlight thing that probably will take number 2 spot. I talked about how badly designed it is, but I also get annoyed by how badly styled this light is. I think it's a terrible bit of design. The headlight is too low. It gives this ridiculous snub-nosed look where the clocks are basically on top of the headlight. That just doesn't look good to me at all. And the thing that annoys me even more is the fact that I found no windscreen that would look good on top of that headlight, because the windscreen's kind of in line with the headlight. It's like above it, or in some cases, on some aftermarket screens, even in front of the headlight. Absolutely horrible design. Why did I buy this bike? Some months ago, I put a picture in one of my videos of where I've made my own design of headlight. I put the Kawasaki ZRX 1200 headlight fairing and photoshopped it onto the front of my bike. I think that would look a million times better than what we got here. So that's most of the things I don't like about the bike. I'm not sure if number one really should be number one. It's not a deal breaker, but it is frustrating. It's the electronics. Basically, I just haven't got the level of flexibility that I want in the electronics. What do I mean by that? Well, what I want is multi-level traction control, multi-level ABS, multi-level wheelie control. Because the way I see it, this model, the R1250R, is the performance Boxer out of the Boxer range. So why hasn't this got sophisticated electronics? Even my S1000R from 2019 betters the electronics on this bike. I want more traction control. I want more wheelie control for certain.